Hey everybody, Tracy Brown here, your somatic nutrition therapist, dietitian, coach, and intuitive eating expert. And I have a really brief video today of encouragement as well as a kind of an assignment for you actually around curiosity. So we all know that this work is a journey and this process is a journey. And anytime, in any journey, you're going to have times where there's a fork in the road or there's a little loop-de-loop. And hey, everybody that's watching live, I appreciate you coming. There's going to be loop-de-loops. There's going to be forks in the road, and sometimes that fork in the road is going to take you like a long way around where you need to go. Sometimes it's going to be a dead end and you're going to be circling back. I totally get that. That's kind of the metaphor for like when you find yourself feeling like, I've been doing this process for a while, and how haven't I lost weight by now? Or I've been doing this process a really long time, and why am I still kind of doing certain things? Or I was doing really good, and I'm feeling pulled back into behaviors that I don't want to be doing. So, or thoughts I don't want to be having. This is your assignment. So if you've got pen and paper, again, I love these videos. Sometimes they're encouragement. Sometimes they're like, I'm literally giving you, doing like a little mini session with you. Or it's education. This one's a little of all of it. So if you find yourself like, I need to hear hope that I can like get past this hump, you definitely can. But I need you to do this one thing. And so I hope you're watching and ready and listening here. Is that we need to be curious to the part that feels like that it's pulling you back in. And whatever you have that labeled, like some younger part of you, the eating disorder, whatever, or your diet mentality voice, whatever it is, the perfectionist, food police, whatever, however you've got it labeled. First, I need you to tune into like, honestly, how old that feels. And secondly, can you welcome it in? Because what I find is that it's really hard to do lasting behavior change when we're constantly like pushing away the things we don't want to be doing or thinking, or we're just kind of glossing it over with some kind of other issue. And I see this happen a lot where people will start to talk about food with me or whatever's going on, and either there's a shutdown or people get pretty anxious, or we're changing the subject. And when that's happening, when we do this to ourselves, when we gloss over it's not that big a deal, or we start to do some shutdown of like, I'm never going to get over this, or we get really frustrated, it's like, can you meet that part that's like, oh, the food's too much and I can't go there, or I should just go back on a diet, or body criticism, or if you're feeling small or overwhelmed or constricted or whatever, I need you to lean into that. And versus collapsing on this is never going to get better, I need to hear that, that there's some right thing or some article I can read to fix it. It's like, no, I think we need to actually welcome it. So for example, what I'm going to say is, let's say that, here's a good example. So maybe think about when you were a kid and you dropped your favorite toy and something broke. Or maybe you were eating this like ice cream cone that you really love, let's say, and it fell on the floor. So I apologize. The neighbors are doing some work. So I'll make this video brief. Let's say you dropped your ice cream cone and it fell on the floor and you got upset. You got scared, you got in trouble, or you got sad that like, my ice cream cone has dog hair on it now. And if you started to emote that, like you start to feel like a little bit start to rise up in you of mad or sad or scared. And the response to that was rationale. Oh, well, we just get another ice cream cone, it's going to be okay. That's true. But sometimes what we need in that moment to settle that emotional part in our brain is not the rational part. We need like, oh, that's so disappointing, huh? That your ice cream cone fell on the floor and there's dog hair on it. Ugh. Scary, huh? Or frustrating, huh? Or that's a bummer. If we can just meet whatever it is with whatever behavior, thought, feeling we have about food or body for the reality it is, like, oh, bummer. Like your eating schedule is getting changed. And that's like, now you got to kind of recalibrate what's the best way to be supportive to your body. Whatever that emotion is, frustrating, scary, whatever, if you can do that first, you create some space to be able to like, okay, what's the most in the moment, 2000, whatever it is you're watching this video, adult competent thing I can do for myself right now? Where is safety and how do I know in my body? So this is really deep stuff that I hope you're about that. I hope that you're curious to be willing to do, because this work is a game changer, this way of working. And I'm just going to leave it at that, because I feel like that's a good stopping place for this lesson, because it's a really important one to learn how to do. Now, if you're struggling to do that on your own, you can reach out to me, and so we can dive deeper. And basically whatever part in you that actually just needs to be heard, even though it might be coming through the language of food and body, it just gets some space. And so then we have more capability and capacity for the behavior change that we actually want. So I hope this video was helpful. Please share it with people that they could stand to hear like a different perspective on this, because a lot of times we try to white knuckle all these changes, and then we get frustrated with ourselves when willpower doesn't work, or that we've read all the things. And it's like, well, I've watched like every single podcast and read every single intuitive eating book there is. And like, why isn't this changed by now? And the truth is, you probably have made a ton of progress. But if you're still feeling like you're spinning on certain topics, it's probably time to dive a little deeper in with somebody. So anyway, I hope you're having a really great day. Q&A Friday is coming up, so please leave your questions. You can message me, email me, whatever is easiest for you. And I will talk to you all really soon. Take care, and thank you so much for watching.